Hey everybody, it's Alex at Motoroso.com, your dedicated mods marketplace. And as you can see, we are not in our own studio. We are at the Magnaflow development facilities in Oceanside, California. They've had our C8 Corvette for the last week while they test, develop, and finish the development of their brand new aftermarket exhaust system for the mid-engine Corvette. And in this video, we're gonna show you step-by-step exactly how to install that. We're also making several other videos like a technical deep dive about how this system is actually developed, how they do sound profiling, thermal profiling. We're gonna do a really detailed sound recording of stock versus aftermarket. And we're also gonna take it to the dyno and show you the exact horsepower and torque gains that we see on our vehicle. So make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you see everything that we do with our C8 Corvette and all of our other build projects. And we're also taking pre-orders for the system. There is no part number for the system as of the time of making this video, but it'll be out soon, and we'll put a link to that in the description. But if you want to get your name on a list to get one of these systems as soon as it's available, give us a call at 833-MOTOROSO, which is 833-668-6767. Email us at info@motoroso.com or hit us up on live chat at motoroso.com, where you can browse over 1 million top name brand products sold by trusted vendors at great prices, and the shipping is always free with no minimum. Let's dig in. All right, now before we start ripping things apart, we're just gonna give you a quick overview of what you have to do to install this system on the C8 Corvette. The rear fascia of the vehicle actually has to come off, so we're gonna show you every nut and bolt you need to take to get that off safely. Then we'll show you how to uninstall the stock system, install the new aftermarket system, and put the rear fascia back together. Now, we're actually gonna be having this done by the Magnaflow technician here in their facility, so you're gonna know this is the exact steps that you should follow to install your Magnaflow system. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let's get started.
Tools you'll need for this job include Torx 15 and 25 sockets, 7, 10, 11, 13, and 15 millimeter sockets, a panel puller, approximately 25 to 30 inches of extensions, a ratchet, a flathead screwdriver, and a small pick. Get the car under the jack stands or a lift like we have here and remove the rear wheels. Remove the 8 Torx 15 bolts on the passenger side and the 11 Torx 15 bolts on the driver's side for the fender liners. Remove the 5 pop clips on the passenger side and 4 on the driver's side. Remove the fender liners. Remove the 4 10mm fender to bumper mounting bolts. Remove the 16 Torx 25 bolts from the top of the bumper from the trunk. Remove the 4 Torx 15 lower bumper mounting bolts. Remove the 10 7mm bolts for the lower plastic cover and the one center pop clip. Undo the clips on the outside of the bumper. With the bumper loose, undo the 3 connectors and put the bumper in a safe place. Now undo the connectors for the outer exhaust valves. Remove the 13mm bolts for the hangers at the rear of the muffler. With the muffler sagging, you can access the front valves to undo the clips. Now with a very long set of extensions, about 25 to 30 inches and a 15mm socket, you can undo the 5 mounting bolts for the muffler to the header with the 2 on the driver's side and 3 on the passenger side. Pull the front hangers off and remove the full muffler assembly. Remove the valve motors off the muffler with a 10mm socket. When installing the motors on the new Magnaflow exhaust, make sure to put the supplied bolts facing up for clearance for the V-band clamp, making sure not to over-tighten these 10mm nuts. Now remove the front motors by starting with the small C-clip on the bottom of the arm and pop the ball joint off. Pop the upper C-clip off and remove the arm. Use the Torx 15 to remove the ball joint mounting point and rotate it so it fits under the Magnaflow valve. Reattach the arm to the motor once it's mounted on the Magnaflow valve. Install the flex pipe to the headers using the supplied 15mm nuts, but do not fully tighten them down until almost the full exhaust is in place. Mount the front valves to the flex pipe, making sure the valves are oriented in the correct direction, or else the valve will not operate properly. Once in the correct position, plug in the valve and tighten the V-clamp. With both valves in place, hang the X-pipe centering it with the V-clamp, tightening down the 13mm nuts. Reinstall the rear hangers in the car. Remove the hangers off the OEM muffler and install them onto the new Magnaflow mufflers. Install the new mufflers into the front hangers first, then mount the rear hangers using the OEM 13mm bolts and clamping it to the X-pipe, repeating the process on the other side. With everything mounted and the V-band clamps tightened up, tighten the 5 mounting bolts to the headers with your extra long extension. Install the front valves onto the mufflers and plug in the valves. Reinstall the fender liners. Install the rear bumper by clipping in the outer clips into position and reconnecting the 3 connectors. Reinstall the 16 Torx 25 upper mounting bolts. Reinstall the 4 10mm mounting bolts for the bumper to the fender. Reinstall all the Torx 15 bolts and the pop clips in the wheel well and press the mud flaps into position. Connect the exhaust tips and align them in the cutout before fully tightening the V-band clamp. Install the under plastic with 1 center push clip and 10 7mm bolts, and install the rearmost under plastic with 4 Torx 15 bolts. Reinstall the wheels and torque to 155 foot-pounds of torque.
All right, that wraps up our installation guide for this brand new Magnaflow exhaust system on our C8 Corvette project build. You probably want to hear what it sounds like. Well, we're doing a really careful, controlled test in our own studio where we used a really high quality microphone and a soundproof box to measure the stock exhaust system. We're going to do that with the Magnaflow when we get home. So make sure you watch that video because that's going to give you the best idea of exactly what this system sounds like. Now, we don't have a part number for this exhaust just yet, but we are taking a pre-order interest list. And of course, when it's available, you'll find the link to that in the description of this video. But if you want to be on that interest list to get this exhaust system as soon as it's available, make sure you contact us at info@motoroso.com, hit us up on live chat on our website, or you can call us toll free at 1-833-MOTOROSO, which is 833-668-6767. So if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because we have a ton more mods coming on our C8 project build and all of our other project builds. We do all this for you guys. Thanks for watching.